Yes, very clearly I'm back. Before we talk to Dr. Babatunde Osotimehin, I would just like to update you with some of the meetings and discussions that went on prior to this interview. The designing solution for a healthy Asia, in which Dr. Babatunde was a speaker or discussion leader, with Mark Arnoldi, the Chief Executive Officer of Possible USA, Nila Muluk, the Minister of Health of Indonesia, Bob White, the President for Asia Pacific, Senior Vice President of Medtronic Singapore. On another session, there was an interactive session as well called Focus on Mapping the Geo-Economic Landscape, which involved Cho Tae-yul, the Vice Minister for Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Korea, and Gregory L. Domingo, Secretary of Trade and Industry of the Philippines, Arkady Djokovic, Deputy Prime Minister of Russian Federation, Omar Lodi, the partner of the Average Group in Singapore, and Sun Chantol, Senior Minister of Commerce from Cambodia. And also taking place a press conference later on digital infrastructure, which will have Alexander Rusli, the President Director of Indosat, Eric Stevens, Chief Technology Officer of Microsoft, and Navneet Vasis, Partner and Managing Director of the Boston Consulting Group, India. Now, coming back to our discussion right now, I am sitting down with Dr. Babatunde Osotimehin. Did I pronounce that right? The Executive Director of the United Nations Population Fund, who is here to share with us how Indonesia can harness from its demographic dividend. Yes, doctor. There's a little bit of delay, but we're fine now. Now, I understand you had earlier before this session this morning. You met with the Vice President Yusuf Kala in another venue that we have. Share with us
we have
the session.
The Vice President.
Yep.
And 3 ministers.
Yep.
The Minister of Planning, and the Minister of Health, and then we had the Minister for the Economy. So it was quite rich, and we're looking at where Indonesia is. Indonesia has a very large youth population, more than 50%, and it is possible if Indonesia invests in education, in health, and creates opportunities for jobs for those young people, that the $1 trillion economy which Indonesia is just about to enter would actually be a larger economy.
Especially for the Asian economic community that will build.
Because you're going to have the potential of small, medium-sized enterprises coming out of that, and the innovation and the creativity of young people that would actually drive a new economy. So that's where it is. But it is not given. It is not automatic. It's something which the country has to invest in. Invest in education and health.
Now, is this, are you seeing the same condition, the same situation, not just in Indonesia, but the rest of Southeast Asia?
There are some countries that have gone through it, and they've done it well. Singapore, South Korea, Thailand, and they invested, and it is evident what's going on there. Now, one thing that I must point out is that we must ensure that girls go to school and they stay in school. Early marriage is out of the question. That's number one. Number two, when they go to school, they must also have life skills education so that they understand about their bodies and they know how their bodies are working. Number three, when you do have that, you also must provide access to reproductive health services, including family planning. So women who need family planning can get it. You cannot get the dividend without fertility reduction. Right. It must happen. Right. So you cannot be growing at the rate at which Indonesia is growing up with additional 3 million every year. That is not sustainable, and that fertility regulation will do.
But we have 250 million people scattered among in the archipelago. If we can learn something from a small nation such as Singapore, what can we learn from them, who has shown a degree of success in?
It's about It's about the way it is done. It's about the investments that was made, good quality education, ensuring that inclusive growth, ensuring that nobody is left behind, ensuring that health services are available, ensuring that family planning is available. Indonesia used to be the star in family planning up till about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Then it went down. We need to bring it up and make sure that every woman who wants family planning gets it. You know how much it costs to provide family planning for a lifetime for a woman? $12.50.
$12 for.
I mean, you know, it is something we can all afford, and we should do it.
Now, so what do you think in your observation? Where is Indonesia at the moment? What
Indonesia is making progress, but it needs to accelerate it because it has only 15 years in the window left.
Right.
You know, the window is between now and 2030. So there has to be new investment and it has to be accelerated. And one thing that was said this morning, which I thought was quite significant, is that when you also disaggregate data in Indonesia, what you find is that there are parts that are going faster than the others. So in Jakarta, in some parts of Central Java, what you find is that population growth is actually not rapid. But when you go to a place like Papua, you might find actually it's going faster. So in a sense, you need to do this proper analysis so that your interventions are proper.
What about taking care of the 65 million young people at the moment that Indonesia have?
Yeah.
How can we harness?
What we need to do
Yeah.
is ensure that the education has quality. Ensure that they have access to information.
First and foremost,
to health.
access. Okay.
Access to information and to health services, reproductive health services. Also ensure that they have access to credit. So if like you, for an example, you decide that you want to venture out, since you are a fantastic TV person, and you want to try something new with innovation and the new technology, you should be able to get the money to do it. And once you get the money and you start and you make a success of it, you're going to employ new people.
Right.
The backbone of an economy is actually lies in a small and medium-sized industries and enterprises. So those are three concrete steps that you have to take. Of course, there has to be governance and accountability around it, so that these young people feel that they are part of it and they want to contribute.
Correct. Dr. Babatunde will take a short break. We'll be right back talking to Dr. Babatunde Osotimehin to talk about Indonesia's democratic dividend. We'll be right back.